Hey guys, what's going on? Long time no see. What's it been, a couple days? I just miss you guys, I just got to keep checking in on you, see if you're behaving yourselves. Yeah. What's on the top? Oh, that sign. Isn't that beautiful? My son did that for me. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. He's picked up a hobby. He's a computer engineer, but he gets bored, and so he like his dad, he's got to have different hobbies. So he built himself a CNC machine. He built it from scratch, and he's been playing with that. And he's going to start a little business on the side of making signs. So I said, that's cool. Yeah, whatever you enjoy doing. He's not much into the hunting thing. I'm going to be doing hunting in the morning. I didn't do any videos on hunting up there because really there wasn't nothing going on. I was in there hunting limrats twice now, and nothing. Saw nothing. Went in some old spots, and I went into that spot that had some pigs in it, and there's still pig sign in there. So in the morning I'm going to get up early and slip in there. Half a day hunt, slip around in there. I'm going to take the old 12 gauge single barrel. It's got a 3-inch chamber on it, and I'll take some number 1 buck. I think I got some number 1 buckshot in there. I'll take that in, and that thing can reach out there and knock down a pig at 50 yards. It's unbelievable. That's a big old 3-inch chamber on that thing. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do yeah, so I thought I'd slip in there and try to do a little, the art of deception, slip around old Steve-O in the woods. Maybe I can do a little deception on them old wild pigs. Yeah, I had a phone call. I was sitting there, went down Miss Daisy and we got haircuts this morning. She got a haircut while I was in the truck waiting on her to get all beautiful. And that takes a long time to get beautiful in there because the women's hair guys take a long time. So I had plenty of time. And the phone rings, and guess who it is? Big Jim. My old black man, Big Jim. Now, I don't know if I told you guys, you got Wayne Johnson, The Rock. To give you a comparison on this. Now, Jim's 90 years old. He just turned 90 years old. But the poor guy's been a walking dead man for 10 years or more with this diabetes, right? And I've been harping on him for years about this stuff. I said, good Lord, Jim, why do you keep going to these people? I said, Jim, he's complaining. He said, now my fingers are going numb, my arm's going numb, and he just cries on my shoulder all the time. And I said, Jim, do you believe in God? What? I said, do you believe in God? He said, of course. I said, well, did you ever hear the Adam and Eve story? What about them? I said, God told them not to eat that fruit. Now, if Adam would have grabbed that friggin' serpent and pinched his friggin' head off and threw him on the Barbie and cooked him up and ate that protein, I think we'd be better off today. He said, what in the hell are you talking about? I said, Jim, it's the art of deception, okay? That's all. That's what came to my brain at the time. So he said, oh, man, you're losing me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. I said, Jim, there's foods that you should eat and foods you shouldn't eat. And do you know that God designed human beings, white, black, green, whatever, with the same deal, okay? He designed us so we're self-healing creatures. What? I said, yes, Jim. If a grizzly bear, you may need a doctor, okay, Jim, when a grizzly bear or crocodile rips your arm or leg off. Yes, you need to go in, get that sweetened up, get that trimmed up, get you new arm, new leg, whatever. I said, but other than that, it's what you're putting in your friggin' pie hole. I've been telling you this for years. And he starts laughing. I said, yeah, it's a laughing matter, Jim. I've been listening to you bitch and cry on my shoulder for 10 years or more about this situation. I know, he says, but it's hard. I said, no, it's not hard. No, it's easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it, Jim. You know that. So anyway, he went on and on. Then he jumped off of that. Yeah, then he jumped off of that onto orange hair. Oh, by God, I sure is glad to get that friggin' orange hair out of our lives. I said, why is that, Jim? Why is it good? Well, he's a friggin' crook. I said, really? Who told you that? Some of your Democratic friends? See, we get into this political stuff every time I talk to him. I said, who told you that? Your political friends? He said, well, yeah. I said, well, do you believe everything you hear? Well, with my friends I do. I said, well, no kidding. I said, Jim, you have no clue what you're talking about, okay? These so-called friends of yours. I said, these are the same people. I said, I never made you, Jim, pick my cotton. What the hell? He said. I said, yeah. Republicans were never slave owners. It's your Democrats that were slave owners. Did you know that? I said, yeah. See, you have no clue what you're talking about. Do you know that the KKK was Democrats? You've told me that once before, he said. I said, yeah. Did you ever research it? No, no. I said, you just keep getting your ass kicked, don't you, by these people. Now, Mr. Trump told you when he was running way back, before we put him on the payroll, he said, listen, you black people, he didn't say the black people, he said, you people, he was addressing the blacks, you people have been listening to this Democratic nonsense for all these years, and you don't get anywhere. It's the same old, same old. It's the same division, right? It's the same old crap. Yeah. So why don't you do something? Why don't you vote for me? What the hell do you have to lose? You remember he saying that, Jim? No, I don't listen to him. I said, yeah, you need to open up your ears. Pay attention, Jim. I get him laughing, though, guys. I really do. He said, if I was close to you, I'd probably grab you and pinch your head off. I said, no. Well, you may try, but I can run faster than you, Jim. You would never catch me. I get him laughing so much. But he's a good old boy, but God bless him. He's just all screwed up right now, guys. I don't think it's going to last much longer, but I've been saying that for years, but he's just like a, Energizer bunny. He just keeps on going and going. 90 years old, that ain't bad, but my God, the last 10 or 15, he's been in pure hell with his diabetes, just a slow kill. I asked him, how many medications they got you on nowadays, Jim? Last I counted, he said, he don't even know what he's counting. Last I counted 26. I said, good Lord. I said, you sound like my buddy that's in the BA business there. They got him jacked up on so much crap, and he's just getting worse by the day. I said, you talk about the art of deception, Jim. Oh, my God. I said, no. Did you ever go on a carnivore diet like I told you to? No. I said, well, there you go, Jim. You're getting exactly what you need. You keep voting Democrat, so you're getting it there, and now you're getting it with your diet, okay? So, Jim, I can't hardly fix stupid, okay? And he started laughing. He said, I could just pinch your head off. I said, yeah, by telling you, you can't catch me, Jim. I'm like a rabbit. You'll never catch me. So anyway, that's Jim's little story there. And I had to let him go because I had to go and get a haircut. Miss Daisy was coming out. I cut him loose. And anyway, well, I'll be talking to him tomorrow. He calls me every day. Every day. I think I'm the only friend he's got left in the world, guys. And I'm going to keep talking to him till the day they put him in the pine box, I guess. Okay, guys, here's the story. There's old Steve-O there with his hounds. I showed you this picture before. There's Bobby, little Bobby, and there's Johnny. Johnny's right there. See Johnny? Johnny was about, let's see, 3 years older. So he would have been, he would have been 70, 74 years old. 74 years old. I just found out Johnny died. Just found out. I scared the hell out of Johnny. I hadn't talked to Johnny in about, oh God, 3 years. Last time I talked to him, I scared the hell out of him. And we'd been good friends for a long, long time. But yeah, I scared the hell out of him because I said this call may be monitored by the government. I gotta go, Steve. I'll see you. Bye. And he hung up. He had his phone disconnected, and never heard from him again. I tried all kind of stuff to get back a hold of him. Because we you know, when you move away, he was in Michigan, and I'm in Florida, right? This was all, I met him in about 67, I think I met Johnny. And, you know, coon hunters are like drug dealers, you know, cocaine dealers. They all know one another, okay? So, yeah. So I ran into Johnny, and then you run into this guy, and you run into that guy, and that hound man, and next thing you know, you're bear hunting with hounds, you're doing this, you're running foxes, you're running rabbits with beagles, you're just doing all kind of stuff with hounds. That's how it works. So that was back in the day, and so all this time I left Michigan, and I think it was 72, came to Florida and been here ever since. But we've been communicating all these years back and forth until this last call, which was like 3 years ago. So, but I had another coon hunting buddy. Earl, that lived in between Johnny and I. And Johnny lived about maybe 5 miles from me. Earl lived about 2 miles from me. So anyway, we hunted together all the time, the three of us. But Johnny and I were like this. We hunted all the time. And way back in the day, Johnny says, I was in between jobs. I was turning wrenches. I was a grease monkey. I was doing working gas stations. Then I got hooked up with an outfit, and I was doing front end alignments on cars. I kind of liked that. Got into tune-ups, front-end alignment, brake jobs, that sort of thing, turning wrenches. And I did that quite a few years. And but I was in between jobs, and Johnny says, why are you working? Why are you working? I said, well, I got to pay the light bill, and I got to feed my hounds here, okay? He says, screw all that. I'll show you how to get on welfare. Well, his brother-in-law talked him in how to get on welfare. Now, Johnny was a Democrat also, okay, let's get that clear up. He was also a Democrat. He loved that. And so he says, to hell with that. I've got my wife's sister looking. Why don't you hook up with her and start making some babies? I'm going to show you how you can coon hunt every night and sleep all day. It was just like watching, guys, I don't know if you remember Hee Haw Show. Remember the Hee Haw Show on TV? The Hillbillies? This is basically the same scenario when you go over there. You got women laying around on the porches. You got the hound dogs all over the place. It was right out of a Hee Haw show. I'm not kidding you. The only thing I didn't hear over there was dueling banjos, thank God. Anyway, yeah, and I said, Johnny, and then he's showing me all the food stamps and this and that. And I said, Johnny, I'd be embarrassed to walk in a store with some of that stuff. No, I'm not going to go that route. I'm just telling you, he says, how to work this deal. Do you know Johnny worked that deal for over 50 years? He had like 5 kids. And the oldest one got killed in a drug deal and shot to death in drug. I don't know what happened to the rest of them. Like I said, I moved away. I don't know the situation. But anyway, he lived with his mother-in-law and father-in-law, had all these kids, all these hounds, all this stuff, and he worked. The guy wasn't afraid to work. He just didn't want to work for a company, you know, and then bring home a paycheck, drive somewhere, work all day, put in an 8-10 hour shift, and make your money. No, Johnny couldn't do that. No, he's going to make us taxpayers pick up the tab. You know, and I told him, I said, Johnny, this is wrong. It's just wrong, bro. You need to go get a friggin' job. I don't care if it's shoveling pig poop or cow poop, which I did back in the day to make money, whatever it took. Bale hay. All right, we're in a farming community. Come on, you got it. There's work coming out the yin yang. Granted, it don't pay as much as an attorney, but it's a paycheck. Johnny said, no, we ain't doing that. What he did was had a friend that had a contract with Schaefer's Bakery, this old timer, and Johnny would go with his wife and daughter. They had a 2-ton truck, steak rack. They would drive from Williston all the way into Lansing, Michigan, the capital. There was a huge bakery there. This old timer, he had a 20-some-year contract with these people to haul off all the extra bread and dough that they didn't use. Every 24 hours, everything else has got to go out, right? This guy would take the stuff and back home and feed it. He had a hog cattle operation. He fed this stuff to hogs, cattle, and dogs, of all things. Bread. Some of these animals, guys, look terrible. Anyway, Johnny would go with the wife and daughter, pick up the barrels. There was like, I think, 20-some barrels a day had to come out of there. For that, for Johnny's help, he would get 2 or 3 barrels of bread dropped off at his place to feed his hog operation. Yes, he had chickens, hogs, and goats. Johnny did. And then Johnny and I would go on the weekends down to Jackson, Michigan. They had a livestock auction every weekend down there. Yeah, so that's how we did it, you know. And Johnny and I hung out together, and we coon hunted. And, you know, back in the day when I was like 19, 20, 22, the energy was off the chart. You could just go. You could turn wrenches all day. Then you could grab your hound dogs, and you can hit the woods, and you can run to 2 in the morning. Get up 6 or 7 in the morning, go back, turn wrenches all day, this and that. Johnny would sleep all day. He was fresh as a daisy. He's ready to go hunting the next night. He says, Steve, you marry her, this sister-in-law here, you can hunt all night with me and then sleep all day. It'll be perfect. He pulled that off, guys, for all these years. Anyway, I was talking to Earl, and I called Earl up. And I said, have you ever gone by Johnny's place? I drive by once in a while, but I'm afraid to stop. He said, I'm afraid to get leprosy or some kind of the plague or something over there, he says. He said, man, that place is terrible looking. It looks like the haunted house over there. He said, I know he's still in there. He said, I see he's got the hounds. Well, the last time I talked to Johnny, we strolled down the memory lane, you know, with the hounds and this and that. He said, hey, I'm getting bad with this diabetes. I said, Johnny, I told you years ago, stop. All Johnny was moon pies and RC Cola. That was his, he ate that, drank that all the time. I never seen him drink water. It was always RC Cola. I said, that's high fructose corn syrup, Johnny. It's poison. The moon pies, it's poison. You're going to kill yourself with that stuff. It's hard, Steve. It's hard to get off of this. I said, yeah, you're addicted to sugar, but it's not hard. This is way back. Well, I'd been on my program, my health kick, way before this conversation, right? So, anyway, poor Johnny, he just kept up. He said, my knees are getting so bad, I can't walk through the woods hardly anymore. He said, listen, if you come up here, I've got 2 treeing walker hounds out here, pups, that come out of some Grand Night Champion stuff. I got them from so-and-so over here. See, you know, the coon hunters know coon hunters, right? He said, you come up here, I'll give you one of those pups. I said, Johnny, I'm in Florida now, this snake-infested swamp down here, and I don't foresee me in the woods with any hounds getting snake bit, running around out here in this swamp, cottonmouth infested swamp. We got plenty of coon here now, Johnny, but we also got plenty of venomous snakes. I'm not crawling around in there at night. No. I think my coon hunting days are over, but I sure do appreciate the offer. He said, okay, there's some nice pups here. These things are going to be Grand Night champions, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I'm talking to him, you know, and he's telling me that that the state, the government, me and you, put him in 2 knees, had knee surgery, put in 2 knees on him. And I'm saying, wow, that's pretty good, Johnny. He said, yeah, I can't work anymore. They got me a job because I went through all the kids. The kids grew up and gone. And the government came in and said, look, we're taking you off of this. Your kids are grown up and gone, see. The taxpayers paid for this all these years. Now they're gone, so guess what? Now you need to get your ass back to work. So they set him up with a job to grind valves in some machine shop. His job was a rinky-dink job, but it paid the light bill, right? They gave him the job, and he's in there grinding valves. He did that for a couple days, and he said, my knees are killing me. I can't do this no more. So he went down that road, and then the government said, we're going to put you on disability and Social Security. Of course, he's been on it for 50-some years, and we're going to get you 2 knees. We got to get you 2 knees. And so, and that was it, right? So he said, I don't, but I've still got, he said, Steve, I'm still doing he said, we're raising cattle now. Me and one of the Hart boys, we're raising cattle now. I said, really? Yep, one of the Hart boys just bought a farm over here, and we bought got a tractor and a corn planter, and we've been having the combining of the corn farmed out, and then we feed the corn and stuff to the cattle. They had a bunch of cattle, herd of cattle now, mind you, and so we're feeding them. So I said, you're in the cattle business now, you're a rancher. Yep. I said, what about the pigs? No, we don't do the pigs anymore, he says. I said, all right. So yeah, he said, yeah, we're really got it going on. He said, you know something, Steve, it's unbelievable. All these farmers, you know, dying out, they're going under, and they have these machinery auctions. Yep. Well, he said, you would not believe how cheap you can get farm equipment. We're going to now buy a combine at the auction and do our own combining. That'll really jack up our profits. I said, Johnny, that all sounds cool, but you know, as much as the government is monitoring us these days, this whole conversation may be monitored. And all of a sudden he got real quiet. I said, Johnny, you've been on the government dime all these years. What is it, 50-some years? And ran up a tab from hell, and we're sitting here talking, and you've got this cattle operation on the side. Yeah, this art of deception thing. And you know, if this conversation, they are listening, which they may be. They're monitoring everything these days. I said, this could not go down good for you. And all of a sudden he got, and I didn't really mean to, you know, I don't know why I came out with that. I just did. You know, he got really quiet, and that's the last time I talked to Johnny. Yep. So anyway, I called Earl, and I said, Earl, what's going on with Johnny? And he said, man, I don't want to get over there. He said, you know, the plague, I don't know what else going on over there. That place gives me the creeps. And he says, you know, the last time I seen, I said, you heard from Johnny? He said, no, he's dead. I said, what? Yeah, he died. He died this spring, as a matter of fact. He said, I looked through, Earl's is going to be 80 here in August. He told me he's going to be 80 in August. He said, I look through those obituaries every day. Every time I pick up the paper, I'm looking in there, see if I'm in there, you know. And he said, this spring, I was looking through there, and he said, whoa, Johnny died. Yep. He said he died this spring. He said, they didn't say anything about the services or nothing. That's right when COVID was coming on. He may have got COVID, you know, with the diabetes too. Him being really down with that, so it probably took him out of the food chain, old Johnny. Yeah, we come and go, and we have these arts, you know, a little art of deception. And Johnny had that art going on. He had it down to a science, guys. Woo wee! It was unbelievable. But it's okay, you know, it's okay to do it these days. And I can't imagine what's going to come up here with this new batch of people we got going in, guys. We'll have to see how much fun this is. I just can't wait, guys, for $7 a gallon gasoline. You know, that's what I'm looking forward to. That's why I want to get this hunt in this weekend before that happens, because tomorrow is the you know, inauguration of the new leaders. And so before the gas goes off the chart, I want to go drive up the road here and get another hunt in before that next art of deception happens. So we'll see how it goes, guys. When things start getting crazy, let's midterm tune this thing up a little bit, put on our thinking cap, and use some common sense here. We're going to use a little common sense. Can you imagine that? Using some common sense, guys. God bless you guys. You are beautiful people, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. And wish me luck on the pig hunt, guys. I'll take you along. I'm bringing my camera. We're going to slip through the woods and see what we can find. I'll show you some pig woods in the AM. See ya.